It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, and Tom Griswold. And now, here's Tom.
Coming up, we have in just a few minutes, we're going to feature a sing-along, everybody. Are you tuned up over there, Pat?
I am indeed.
We might not get to news today.
That's cool.
We have many new sports stories, many sports.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got a lot of highway stuff too. And by the way, this headline, just in case, since we're talking driving, a Wisconsin court has ruled operating a riding lawnmower while drunk, same penalty as driving a car while intoxicated.
All right. Well, yeah.
Well, this has been in court for quite some time, actually. So,
hey, let's get started on sports. Marcell Ozuna and Colton Wong delivered 2-run doubles in the ninth before the St. Louis Cardinals hold off the Atlanta Braves 7-6 in Game 1 in Atlanta. The NLDS, Tom. Now, you remember what the NLDS stands for?
Of course, but I love those names are just like poetry.
Colton Wong, Marcell Ozuna.
What a great pair of names.
The Braves held a 3-1 lead in the eighth until Paul Goldschmidt hit a solo home run. Matt Carpenter delivered an RBI single. If I were Matt Carpenter.
And you were a lady.
And Ronald Acuna and Freddie Freeman homered the bottom of the ninth off closer Carlos Martinez.
Hey, Josh,
before the
are you familiar with that song, If I Were a Carpenter and You Were a Lady?
Yeah.
The great Tim Hardin. Yes, sir.
Tim Hardin.
Yeah.
I would never have gotten that.
Tim Hardin wrote that song.
I thought he was a basketball player, Tim Hardin.
I thought he was a gunfighter.
James. Never mind.
You had Jesse James. You had Wyatt Earp. Tim Hardin.
I was reading about Colton Wong. He, I think he's half Asian and half black. But when his parents were having a child, they were hoping for a Caucasian. But as we know, two Wongs don't make a white.
I'm so glad you did that joke.
We could be. No, I'm going to say that. We are in the presence of greatness.
It took courage because someone will find for some reason that has ruined culture and we're going to all die.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no.
How dare you?
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, Walter Buehler combined with 3 relievers on a 2-hitter.
I hate to interrupt, but I'm going
Nope. Dodgers
Do you think
took
that,
the
I mean, if your name is Bueller, this guy, his entire life, because how old is that movie?
Oh, in the
85,
80s.
86.
So this guy, ever since he's been a kid, he's been getting Bueller.
I guess he should just be thankful his parents didn't name him Ferris.
Yeah.
Walter. I'm sorry, Walker.
Bueller.
Walker Buehler.
Every meeting he goes to, some new guy. Mm-hmm. All right, who's here? Is Bueller here? Bueller.
What do you mean meeting? What kind of meetings is he going to? What are you trying to say?
He's a baseball player. They meet, they discuss strategy, and it's not everything isn't on the field. I think there are a lot of people whose names get ruined. My last name, Griswold. Thanks, Chevy.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to you, Chick.
Oh, now it's okay.
Both John Hughes, by the way. So Hughes ruined Griswold and Bueller for you.
Dodgers took the opener of the NLDS over the Nationals 6-0.
Could be worse. Could have been named David Berkowitz.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
In the 70s in New York.
Washington's
son of
typical
Sam.
Where did that come from?
Performance.
Son of Sam.
Didn't he? I forget. Didn't he?
Why wouldn't it just be David Berkowitz?
Yeah, he called himself Son of Sam.
Before they caught him, right?
Right.
Okay.
I think.
In the letters, I think he would.
Oh, that's how he would sign them?
There's an episode of Seinfeld where they're trying to name a new murderer. Remember the Lopper? That's what they called him. But they were going to call him Son of Dad. Said it was a catch-all.
That's funny.
Hey, NFL action last night, and I'm going to teach you about the point spread. Seahawks withstood a wild finish to beat the Rams 30-29 in Seattle. Russell, the love muscle, Wilson threw for 4 touchdowns, including the go-ahead 5-yard pass to Chris Carson on 4th and goal with 2:28 remaining. I had the Seahawks minus the 2. Yeah, they won, but they didn't win by enough. Thus, the point spread.
Oof.
Seattle 30-29. Shoe of the week record 8-13.
There's time. It's early.
But a crazy throw and crazy catch. So
crazy throw, crazy catch, crazy comeback by the Rams.
Yeah,
it was so. I'm sure if I go to my bookie, Emil, and explain to him, it's crazy.
Hey,
what are you going to do?
Amazing throw. That really shouldn't count.
Let's not.
You mean Emil the Crowbar?
Emil the Crowbar.
I think he'll be understanding. Sure.
He doesn't like the Crowbar name. It's accurate, but he doesn't care for it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Back to this thing
where
we're
get through
like
one story.
Not really. This is too boring. The Bueller
take that
thing.
Personally,
the Bueller thing.
Yeah. Ben Stein.
Yeah, that's the actor, Ben Stein. My question is,
We had to go through.
Ted Bundy. Did Ted Bundy become a famous murderer prior to Al Bundy on Married with Children?
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So did they do that deliberately?
I think I've always thought so. I have not heard the creators say that but I always thought that they chose Bundy because it did have that negative connotation.
I would think you wouldn't have the new sitcom with the Mansons, for example. I think you would avoid that.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, I think Bundy may, for whatever reason, may have been considered funny, whereas like Manson wouldn't have been. I don't know.
Do you remember The Greatest American Hero?
Yes,
Robert Culp. He was Ralph Hinckley, and then John Hinckley, and then they.
Yeah.
I don't know if they changed it or just didn't say Hinckley from that moment.
I think they dropped it. Yeah, you're right.
They called him Ralph. Yeah.
And
yeah, names are.
That was the show that they had a really good theme song, wasn't it? Believe it or not? Was that the one? You didn't like that tune?
Really good.
Sorry. Okay. Speaking of great songs, I think if we could interrupt sports, this is actually a sports song, and it's kind of a sing along. And we're going to bring Dean in here on bass for this tune. It's a recognizable classic, certainly, but it involves a guy named Gardner Minshew. Chick, you want to give me a little background on Mr. Minshew?
The Jaguars traded for Nick Foles in the offseason. He has an injury. They're still out, so they put Gardner Minshew in, and no one knew who he was. He was a 6th-round pick, yada, 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 but he comes in, and he plays better than a lot of people think Nick Foles might have. So,
and he's kind of a quirky guy. He's got a weird big porno mustache. He's famous for dancing naked in the locker room.
Everything is in place for him to become a pop legend.
And what was the thing? He was offered some porno site offered him?
Cam Soda, a cam girl site. Yeah.
Offered him $1 million to what? Make a video
of him working out naked.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know if he took it or not? I guess.
I would imagine he didn't. He might be contractually obligated not to.
They wouldn't. The NFL, the league would step in. I'm sure.
Wouldn't appreciate
even though all the players have Cam Soda passwords. I'm sure.
Our producer Dean is here.
Oh, look at that!
That's why I said Dean's coming.
Dean, if you hand that guitar to our engineer, you know what we'd have? Ace of bass.
Oh! You
do play bass.
I
saw the signs.
You really scored one big one this morning.
He's
still trying to recreate that magic.
No, that was just a bunt.
Okay.
That was a bunt? Yeah, I'm a utility player behind the plate.
Christy, when you play softball.
Do we hit the delay button?
MVP.
Okay, fine.
When I play softball, what?
Never mind.
Okay.
Now, Pat, this is a tribute to Mr. Minshew. Now, this is a sing-along. Are we going to catch on right away?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, good. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's Pat's English accent.
Yeah.
All right.
You back off in the accent about 40 degrees. Okay.
I'll the man in the front row. Someone get the man in the front row out of there.
What's the matter
He's a Jaguars quarterback. The ladies want to see that sack. Gardner Minshew. Naked in the locker room, a big mustache like a broom. Girls wanna kiss you. Everybody. Gardner Minshew. Yeah. Gardner Minshew. I've been rooting for this team. You were starred on the field. Jacksonville needs you, yeah. You got that,
I couldn't hear any of that.
We'll do it again then.
All right.
It's early. Someone please get the man in the front row out of it.
I had nothing to do
People
with
ask me, do you do these songs live?
Pretty obvious, huh?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Pat. Go ahead.
The teleprompter went out. All right.
Here it comes. Coming around again.
Well, I've been rooting for this team. You've been starring the field. Jacksonville needs you now, baby.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You've got that porno stash and all that rookie cash. Gardner Minshew.
Porno stash.
Security!
He's going to repeat all the lyrics. Get used to it.
Hey, what's the matter, man? Put your clothes on, you're half nude. There's some Jaguar children that died
To meet you. It's like having subtitles on a Pat song.
My glasses are frosty. Oh, here we go.
You have to know you make people sad. You know that, right?
Hey, what's the matter, dude? Put some clothes on, you're half nude. There's some Jaguar chillers. It's time to meet you.
Time to meet you.
We're gonna bring a case of
Cheerleaders
White
also.
Really? Now you're doing it? We're gonna bring a case of White Claw. We're gonna play Madden football. Gardner Minshew. 2 times and we're out.
Gardner Minshew.
What's the matter with you, Pat?
Yeah, what's the matter with you?
Gardner Minshew.
Nicely done, Pat.
It should be noted, Dean, being the soldier that he is, played that bass line no matter what happened.
He did not falter.
Didn't matter what key you went to.
No.
Didn't matter what you were doing, Pat.
Didn't matter what letter you played.
Skipping half verses. You know, it's a,
Yeah, he was trying not to laugh at the Ace of Base joke still.
Oh, right.
Stifling, holding.
Yes, yeah.
Fighting, holding.
not
back.
easy.
trucker request. Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What you got?
A 1,600-pound breeding bull escaped into the streets of Baltimore, Maryland for several hours on Wednesday. The purebred Angus breeding bull broke out of a truck while it was stopped at a red light. According to the Baltimore Sun, it took 3 tranquilizer shots and a crew of zoo officials to recapture the animal. Hedge Apple Farm Executive Director Scott Barrow said the bull is extremely valuable to us, and we're just glad to have him back alive.
Wow.
He was, did you see the pictures of this?
I did not.
He was humping one of those Chick-fil-A billboards.
Oh, man, yeah.
It's really,
Yeah, going at it.
yeah, how does he know? looks like a giant cow. Yeah. Can you imagine the scrotal sack on a bull that big?
No, and I don't want to think
It's got
about
to be quite
Yeah.
massive, yeah.
Why would you even think?
Because when you go to the state fair, you always go and see the world's biggest bull, right?
No, the boar.
Boar.
Boar. Well, that's the pig. Those are pig balls, sorry.
Yeah, that thing's got big
Those
balls.
are
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Those are like, those are beach ball size.
Are they bigger?
balls. Huh?
Are
I don't know
boar-
whose are bigger.
Boy, they're big and they're skin tagged to hell, aren't they?
I know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I know I've never made a trip to especially see cow balls. I've done it for pig balls. I don't know what that tells you.
Cow balls, not cowbell.
A young bull moose in New Hampshire got stuck in a swimming pool.
which
New
is-
Hampshire Fish and Game Department biologists and conservation officers were called to a home in Bedford on Tuesday to remove this young bull. Officers, using a rope, were eventually able to coax the animal, here, bull, after putting wooden steps into the water. Colonel Kevin Jordan suggested that the incident might have had something to do with moose breeding season. He told WMUR
Where news comes first.
that younger moose will wander long distances struggling to find a female.
That becomes that mood. Good.
What was he looking for? What was he looking for? A moose mermaid? What the hell?
Well,
Doesn't
unfortunately,
matter. That mood.
they found a muffin at the bottom of the pool. And,
No, yeah, a moose a muffin, a mouse a cookie. Yeah, that's right.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a kid's book?
it's a
I
kid's
don't-
book, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
If you
like,
give a moose a
Give a
muffin,
moose a muffin, yeah.
if you give a mouse a cookie,
Sometimes
I
these
don't
jokes are just for
remember
people who had to read books to their kids last night.
all right. And I scraped.
That's a little forum I wouldn't mind opening up one day.
What's that?
The best little books for little kids. I read them all the time.
is this another fascinating topic?
No, I think it is. I'm just going to be curious for other people to let me know what some of the good ones are, and I'll let you know what ones I like.
Corduroy.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked Corduroy. The little
Corduroy
bear.
the bear that loses
Yeah.
his button.
I don't think
Good
I've
night,
read
They should
it.
Moon.
make that. They should make that a movie.
You never read Corduroy
I'm
books
not
to
sure
your
I
kids?
read that one. I think.
Pet Cemetery. It's got a cat.
I would expect that from you, but not for much
50
longer.
Shades of Grey.
Oh, we had a great witch book. What was it called? That was
The Witch of Blackbird Pond?
No.
It has a clown in it. Kids love clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure do.
And we have a clown request coming up, as a matter of fact, a trucker request. In a matter of moments, we'll get this on. Actually, yeah, Josh, you're going to learn that books for little kids are really interesting.
Yeah, you,
Oh, I love them. I read them to my nieces and nephews all the time, my girlfriend's daughter, and yeah, it's great.
you got to get the mouse. Give a moose a muffin. You got to get that.
that's
one.
a classic.
Yeah, I'll look for that.
Is your mama a llama? That's another good one.
I have
Oh,
read
yeah.
that.
Now, so the moose was stuck in a pool. Was it an above ground pool or?
No, it sounded like it was in ground because they put stairs in it so that it could climb right out.
Right.
That's the second. Didn't we have a deer in a pool last week?
Deer, you know deer love to swim.
Trying to get in the last swim before the weather.
Deer love to
Wait a
swim.
minute, hold it. Do we have one of the foremost deer experts in the studio?
Nope, we
Kinda.
don't. But I have a friend who is.
I think so.
Who has one. And
I didn't know deers don't love to swim.
I can make
she
Chick
said deer
angry.
love to swim. What?
I can make Chick angry because Chick hates it when I talk about Michigan.
Son of a... There are 49 other states you can talk about.
But I was water skiing on Lake Michigan, and I went zipping by a deer
They do.
swimming like half a mile
See?
offshore.
It was you that told that story. I remember that story. So that's your story.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden you looked over and there was a deer in the water.
Yeah, they say that they see the lights. In this case, there would be the lights across the way at Charlevoix, and at night, and they start going for them.
So
I guess they're good
wild.
swimmers.
They don't always make it, by the way.
Well, you don't have to say that.
Occasionally, you'll find them.
They
floating.
love the sun. Deers love swimming and spreading disease. Go ahead.
Yes, Ace.
Now, Tom, we have a lot of deer out here. And you see two female deer staring at each other. They're actually dancing.
Really?
They're doing the do-si-do.
When you least suspect it. see?
Yeah, he's a sniper.
That's the artistry of an Ace Cosby.
Exactly.
He's not
Hang
just
on
an
a
engineer.
Hang on a second. Ace, love you. Tom,
Yes.
do you see what's happening? What's happening? He's taking it upon himself
He started that.
to tell the Ace Cosby joke.
It's okay, Ace. It's very good.
Of all,
talking
the
about deer,
things,
come
of all the things you need to stay in control of, I think this might be one of them.
I'm coughing. I'm laughing so hard.
Go ahead, do what you want.
But that's not the. We have another animal in the news that actually is a perfect fit with our trucker requests, and this would be the zebra.
An escaped zebra caused an accident on the German Autobahn. According to police in Rostock, the zebra, which had run away from a circus, disrupted traffic on the 820 highway and caused a collision when a motorist braked to avoid hitting the animal. It was sadly shot after efforts to catch it failed. A second zebra that escaped was captured, though, and was able to be returned to the circus.
So you think after they shot the first zebra, that zebra looked and just held its arms up?
I'm over here.
Hey, nonsense.
Circus ain't so bad. I'll go.
Trying to catch the zebra. Come here, zebra. Come here. What the hell? Yeah.
Answering the question, what's black and white and red all over? A zebra on the Autobahn.
You're so right.
Can you imagine, though, you're driving down any road and you see a zebra in the middle of the street?
Yeah, I would stop and
That's
look,
weird.
probably.
Oh, I do love them.
Aren't the
Yeah, they're
zebras,
cool.
Aren't zebras colored the exact way the exact opposite?
Huh?
Like they're white with black stripes, but they're actually black with white stripes
Yeah,
or
I'm
something
not
like
sure.
that.
I know that I think scientists now think this has something to do with repelling flies
Yes, we had that.
from an evolutionary standpoint.
Right.
Confuses the flies?
But I guess they're not as easy to, you can't ride them like a horse, apparently, very easily. Now, Christy Lee continues her news report from, of course, the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Here in the Bob and Tom Show, what you got?
You may have passed on this story, but I'm not.
Okay.
Have you heard of the new ice cream flavor guinea pig?
Stop it.
Yep. Anyone who thinks of guinea pigs as cute little pets, they are a traditional hot dish in some Latin American countries, including Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. In Ecuador, people typically cook guinea pigs with salt and serve them with potatoes and peanut sauce. But one vendor
I'll have
in
the
Ecuador's
fajitas. Shrimp or guinea pig?
is taking things to another level, serving guinea pigs as a cold dessert. Mm-hmm. Ice cream flavored also comes in beetle and mushroom flavors.
Did they
Can you imagine?
run out of regular flavors?
I guess
Yeah, what's
not.
going
How
on?
about chocolate ice cream? What's wrong with
Yikes.
that?
Well, I mean, the guinea pig, it's a cultural thing that they
It is a cultural
that they
thing.
eat it that we don't. But
I told you I
weren't you the
witnessed
one?
this.
Yeah, didn't you say they grow
I was
them?
in Mexico one time on a trip, and we took a side trip to a Mayan home where a traditional Mayan family lived. And I was in the kitchen, and it had a dirt floor, but they had a hole cut out in their kitchen full of guinea pigs. And I went over, and I was like, "Oh, they were so cute!" And the tour guide goes, "Psst, that's their dinner.
Yeah, you're playing with
They're
their
not.
food.
They're not pets."
Oh,
here.
boy.
Yeah.
So you don't name them or anything.
No. Guinea pig ice cream. Boy, I've heard everything.
Do they grow them on like a guinea pig ranch?
Probably. They might have a guinea pig farm. I don't know.
Yeah, they
think they,
have sties.
Rope them? Ride them? Rope them?
I don't think you can
Tiny lassos.
rope a guinea pig.
Tiny.
I bet you can. Rope them, tie them together?
I
Pull him out
I had a
of
guinea
your
pig
ass.
for a while. Terrible.
Did you?
Yeah, it was awful.
What was his name?
happened?
Gilby.
I thought he was a hamster.
Nope, he was a guinea pig. My a friend of my dad's named him, and I didn't realize till years later he named him after his favorite gin.
Nice gin. But you didn't like the guinea pig?
No, he didn't do anything. He bit me once. Stupid thing. That's a dog.
Dumb guinea pig.
Got a real pet.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, didn't like him at all. A lot of schools have them now.
Oh, yeah. And you got to take the guinea pig home for the weekend? Do you have to do that?
Yeah. Not if I can help it. It's going to be one dead guinea pig.
Daddy, he bit me once.
It'll be fine. You'll let him.
Hey, headphones
Hey, headphone boy.
What?
Hey,
What's
new
the matter?
headphones.
God.
You're leaking over there.
I am?
Yes.
You don't hear that harsh, shrill tone?
I thought it was your voice. Oh, that's rather witless.
Not rather witless. I would say utterly witless.
There you go.
Inside.
Watch the entire show live or on demand with the Bob and Tom VIP All Access Pass. Listen live with the Bob and Tom app and make sure to visit bobandtomstore.com. Tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.